and welcome to William's Cook.
Me, P-Dog.
And me, Wills. And today we're making IKEA style meatballs.
Swedish ones.
Swedish, banging. So for these ones, you can't just use regular mince, like beef mince. It has to be like beef and pork, so you can either buy them separate or buy them together like we have. From Lidl. I don't know if you can see that. We've got some breadcrumbs that go in it, all-purpose seasoning, and onion. Are just some of the bits and bobs that we need for the meatballs. Mincemeat, how much was the mincemeat? Don't know. All-purpose seasoning, about £1. Onions, there was a bag of onions that we picked from Lidl. Tesco golden breadcrumbs, just over £1, and Tesco dill, probably just £1. So we're gonna put the old onion in the chopper. Or just cut in the onion. So the mixing bowl goes the meat. And then we're just gonna add the onion. We're just adding some salt and pepper. Adding a teaspoon of dill, a teaspoon of all-purpose seasoning. We're adding 85 grams of breadcrumbs. And then so that goes an egg. And then we'll just combine this all together. Just combining everything. And you want it to be like a mushy consistency, so that it doesn't even no longer look like mincemeat. So once it's all combined, you will see that it's all stuck together. It doesn't really look like mincemeat anymore. It looks more like a sausage meat, and that's the consistency that you're going for. You don't have to add onions if you don't like onions, but we do. So after another couple of minutes, I'm just going to start making these into little meatballs. Using an ice cream scoop to get the perfect size meatball, not mushroom. Roll, 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 roll. And you get a perfect meatball. Looks just like that. The meatballs are all rolled. We managed to get 20 out of the mix. You can make them smaller than what we have, so could make more. But we do like big meatballs. Great thing about these choppers as well, you've got the fine chopper. You've got quite a big one. So I've only used these as of yet. Like a slicer. Just so sharp. That's another like slicer. You've got a grater. And like a big slicer. And they are really good. And then there's something there. I'm not actually sure what that's for. Don't know. And you get a little cleaner. And it all goes compact balls. We're gonna have some mashed potato and some peas. So we're just peeling potatoes. We cook these in the pressure cooker for 6 minutes, 7 minutes. So yes, we'll show you once we are at that. Added the water to the pressure cooker. Gets its little stand. And then add the potatoes onto the stand. Put the lid on. Just while we cook the meatballs. And then we'll go on. These are petty pods. And we're going to put these into a pan. These over to the oven, and they can cook nice and slow. So meatballs are on. We popped some sunflower oil on because we want the oil that's got a high smoke resistance. So we're just cooking these till they brown. Chef P-Dog. So he's just kicking the meatballs off, and the pressure cooker is on.
I'm just taking the meatballs out now, putting them on a tray with tin foil so they don't stick, and then I'm going to cook the second batch, put them in the oven for 10 minutes just so they cook all the way through.
Throwing it back with a bit of bars bubblegum, bit of nostalgia there. Icy cold, refreshing. Is it looking chef's kiss? Second batch.
Please
So-
suggest this isn't suitable for vegetarians.
So, you can make your own sauce, but we are cheating. We've got the IKEA sauce because we went the other day. And it's just amazing when you actually have it from there. So I'm guessing, with it being from IKEA and it's IKEA sauce, it's going to be the same thing. So with this, all you have to do is add cold water and some whipping cream, which is like just double cream. But you can make it yourself with like flour, butter, make a roux, add some like beef stock and stuff. It's basically the same sort of thing, but we're just cheating. Still going to be cold. Still going to be cold. Of course it is. So the next batch is going onto the tray. And these will go into a preheated oven in a second. For 10 minutes. So we've got 300 ml of cold water going into the wok.
You'll have to heat that up now. Pull this out before, about an hour before, so it's at room temperature, else it'll split.
Okay.
Top tip.
Boil the water for the sauce. Add in the contents. And whisk that all together. I'm going to measure out 50 ml double cream, which isn't too much, but 50 ml double cream. This into the sauce next. Can be whisked all up. All being transferred into the sauce. So what we have added to the sauce is an extra oxo because we like it juicy, and a bit of Worcester sauce because it just gives it that extra bit of flavour. I'm just going to add a little bit of juices from the meatballs as well into the sauce, making them beautiful. The timer for the pressure cooker has just gone off, so we're just waiting for the steam to release before we open. Peas are all cooked, meatballs are in the oven. Oh, that doesn't take long. Steam is released. I'm just going to mash taters. Just knife them a little bit before I start mashing. A bit of generous butter. Some milk. We are using semi-skimmed, but you can use whatever milk you like. Give it a good mash till there's no lumps or bumps left. Nice airy. Making sure you're bringing lots of air into your mash to make it nice and flat. Literally just falls apart. So juicy. Amazing.
Lovely.
So what did you think of that?
Well, first time trying them.
I mean, never had them when we went to IKEA either because it was really busy. So we thought we'd have to improvise. You can actually buy the meatballs frozen there as well, but nothing like fresh. But yeah, they were really good. The sauce, I don't think tastes exactly the same as the ones you get in IKEA.
We had to spice it up a bit.
We added a little bit of Worcester sauce and another oxo because we literally add oxo to everything, don't we?
Yeah.
But it was really, really good. Really enjoyed it. Like counting down to when we next have it. And there's still some downstairs, so that's a winner. What would you give it though for the first time? Like the
9,
first time.
9.9.
First time ever tasting them.
They're right, aren't they?
Yeah, banging. Right, until the next video. Adios.
Adios.